I am Adefunke Adeyemi, the Secretary General of the African Civil Aviation Commission, the specialized agency of the African Union on all matters of civil aviation across the African continent and the executing agency of the Single African Air Transport Market and the Yamoussoukro decision. Today, as we mark International Women's Day, we join the global community in recognizing this year's theme, Give to Gain. The message is simple yet profound. When we give intentionally, we gain collectively. For African aviation, the principle is not just symbolic, but also strategic. As we advance the Single African Air Transport Market and pursue the ambitions of Agenda 2063 and also work towards delivering our mandate of securing and fostering a safe, secure, cost-effective, efficient, environmentally friendly, and sustainable air transport system for the continent of Africa, our sector is entering a decade of growth, integration, and transformation. But growth requires capacity. Integration requires inclusive participation, and transformation requires leadership. And of course, all of these require people. And so, today as we mark International Women's Day, and to all of the women out there and the women in aviation, would like to introduce you to an initiative of AFCAC called the African Women and Youth in Aviation Initiative, which is fostered and targeted towards delivering on the growth and participation and inclusive participation of women and youth in aviation. Awaya has 5 pillars. Under these pillars, tangible actions are already driving measurable progress across African aviation. In the past year alone, we sponsored a targeted training and skills development workshop, bringing together women and youth from across the aviation value chain. We launched the AFCAC Awaya Scholarship in 2025 and renewed it for 2026, strengthening access to technical and managerial advancement. So far, over 150 women and young people have benefited from this training. We have also elevated visibility through 2 strategic speaker series. We have showcased regional achievements to inspire broader participation. We have established a continental Awaya database and digital platform so that we can know who we are, where we are on the continent, and also map how to develop and grow and deepen our pipeline. And we have also forged strategic partnerships with relevant partners and supporters in the ecosystem to further strengthen and grow this initiative. These are not just symbolic initiatives, they are also structured investments in the human capital that is required to advance the Single African Air Transport Market and to meet the projected growth for Africa, which is projected to be the 2nd fastest growing aviation market in the world by 25 years. And in this context, in alignment with SATAM and Agenda 2063 and our mandate at AFCAC, Awaya, in partnership with AFCAC, is pleased to launch today, Give One Thing, a continental call to action for 2026. Give One Thing, a continental call to action for 2026. Give One Thing initiative translates the global theme of Give to Gain into structured, measurable action for African aviation. And we invite our women, youth, men leaders, institutions, professionals, and partners across the continent and abroad to publicly commit to one tangible contribution that advances women and youth participation and leadership within our sector. So the model is intentionally simple. One defined commitment, delivered within the 2026 calendar year, and that is measurable and actionable and accountable. This is our critical focus because when we give access to training and to capacity building, we gain technical, operational, and strategic capacity. When we give space in governance processes, we gain stronger and more inclusive decision making. When leaders use their influence to nominate and sponsor emerging professionals, that influence becomes a multiplier for institutional strength and growth. Inclusive participation in this is voluntary and does not, of course, constitute governance representation. Rather, it signals alignment and contribution to the broader development of African aviation. And so we invite women and youth in aviation on our continent to join our platform via the dedicated Awaya page on the AFCAC website, www.afcac.org. We will provide a voluntary mid-year check-in and publish a year-end continental impact summary, allowing us to understand the measurable gains made across our ecosystem in this initiative of Give to Gain and Give One Thing that we are launching today. When we give deliberately, African aviation gains intentionally. And it gains resilience, it gains expertise, and leadership continuity. And on this International Women's Day, we are reminded that inclusion is not separate from growth, it is a part of it. Happy IWD. Thank you.